Hey, Salvador here with Detailers Growth, and today I am sitting down with Brent of Diamond Details over in Arizona. How's it going, man?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome, man. We're really happy to have you. And yeah, you are a very recent client of ours. You came on board a little over ago, right?
Yeah, about a week ago.
Okay, awesome. And then your campaign went live, I want to say 48 hours after you came on board, right?
Yep, I think we finished up getting everything done Monday night. By the time I woke up Wednesday morning, it was live and getting leads already.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So just to confirm, you were able to get leads the first 24 hours the campaign went live, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got at least five that day, four or
Okay,
five
that's a
at
really good
least.
start. Awesome. And before we go into like the kind of results you're seeing with us, can you tell me a little bit of background on yourself? What was business like before coming on board as a client?
Yeah, I've been in business about 4 years, and then I would say around October started getting pretty slow. I've always been consistently busy, so I always wanted to take that next step and hire someone and do the big ads and stuff. But every time I'd get busy, I don't need it. And I
Yeah.
think this year just happened to be October. I ended up probably having the worst stretch I've ever hit in the 4 years I've been in business.
What was
So
that like?
probably,
What
what's
was
that?
October like?
I think October wasn't horrible. It was kind of getting toward the end of October, and then like November, December, they were horrible. I was barely getting much, and it was weird. I was not getting anything.
Yeah.
Generally, December, January always slows down for me, but this was just a completely different level of slowness for me. So I had decided, all right, I got to, do something. So I thought I'm going to find somebody that has a good track record and try to take, not only I need to get back to where I was, I want to get to that next step because I've always done coatings. I've been doing coatings probably the last 3, 4 years. I'd hit stretches where I'll do 5 or 10 in a month, but then next month I may only do one or two.
So it's
Always
very up
try.
and down, right?
Yeah, and I've always tried to do the ads myself, and I've never gotten good leads ever. I mean, a lot of times I do them and I wouldn't get anything. But I've probably gotten more leads in the first week on your ads than I probably have in 4 years of running my own ads, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad I was running ads,
Yeah.
at least coding wise. I always did pretty good doing details and stuff, but when it comes to coatings, that just wasn't my forte.
Gotcha. Okay. And those first couple days that the ads went live, can you tell me a little bit about not only like the number of leads that you were getting, but how many of those you were able to turn into booked jobs?
Yeah, I would say the first 3 days, I probably had 15 or so leads, and I turned those 15 into three book jobs. So I had $3,000 in book jobs in those first 3 days.
That's insane.
So
That is insane. Yeah.
I was able to book a good 8 year coding, and I had a couple of budget codings in there, but still able to get some booked and kind of get some momentum going here.
Especially within the first week.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
crazy.
awesome. So, can you talk about your journey? When did you know it was time to bring somebody on board to help run the ads for you?
Probably during this slow time when I kind of hit a crucial point. It was like, okay, I've always been able to stay afloat with repeat customers. And
Mhm.
it just happened. I just hit a time where I was like, oh, I can't stay afloat on those right now during this slow time. It wasn't enough. So, okay, make it or break it here. It honestly had gotten so bad these last couple months. I was like considering getting out. It was that bad.
Wow.
And I've said since the day I started, it was the best thing I ever did, starting my own business, and that I would never work for anybody again in my life. And it gotten that bad where I was just like, okay, I think I might have to get out.
Wow. Things have to be really bad in order to hit that point,
At that point, I said, well, I'm either going to get out or I'm going to
make it
take
work.
the next step to hire somebody and let's make a real go at this. Because I'd feel pretty bad if I got out and then I didn't really make a good go at it. So I'm glad I did.
Awesome. Awesome. So, you booked a call last Tuesday and you pulled the trigger very fast. So, I think you must have been at a point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this. But was there something that led up to that besides like was there something that led up to that decision where you're like, okay,
Uh,
let's go?
Well, the funny thing is, I actually originally was talking to another guy. It was just somebody that I had seen online. He had a pretty good online presence that I've seen, and I was gonna schedule a call with him, but he just kept not getting back to me.
Oh, wow.
He just not wouldn't get back to me, and then I actually wanted to have something started by like that Monday, the Monday that we talked,
Mhm.
and the guy never got back to me that Monday. So I think I just looked online and found you. And then I found your website. And then I seen all the client reviews you had on there. And I found your Facebook and was looking on there. And it was good enough for me. So you had a pretty good track record at that point. I already kind of knew that, before I made the call, that as long as I felt good about you, I was going to come on board.
Awesome, man. Very, very happy to have you on board. Can you talk about what it's like working with us? What do you like most about working with us?
Yeah, it was super easy to get set up. I think that was pretty cool. It was super easy for you to do the ads, and it really wasn't a whole lot for me to do. Just give you a little bit of information and you guys are doing all the ads, and editing the videos. And then it was pretty cool that I can get a hold of you whenever I have a question or concern.
It's not all the time that I'm able to reply. I try my hardest to reply as fast as I can. But a lot of times, Angelica and Andrea will get back to you or all of our clients as soon as possible. That's something that I've always wanted to make sure that is there. And if you have any questions, you always have a number to contact.
Right, right.
Okay, awesome. So we know what life was like before coming on board. We know what kind of results you saw. We know what you like most about us. But what would you say to that person who is watching this, who might be on the fence on pulling the trigger and getting some advertising going?
If you're on the fence, you shouldn't be, because I've ran my own ads on Facebook. I've ran Facebook ads countless times and I wouldn't get anything. I probably have gotten more leads in the first week with you than I have probably in the whole time I've ever tried to run ads myself. So pretty much proves it right there. You know what you're doing. So if you're thinking about it, definitely do it.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot to us. So what kind of plans do you have set for this year? Or what are you looking to accomplish? What would you like to do going into spring and summer? Because it's February right now,
Yeah. I
this
mean,
historically is like the worst month right next to December,
yeah.
where it's just dead. But you're able to see growth, and I think we're going to be able to continue to see that growth. But let's say we're transitioning into spring and summer. What are you looking to get done?
My goal at that point is I live in Arizona. I'm half mobile, I have a detail shop in my garage, and it's not huge. It does the job just perfectly fine, but it's not huge and it doesn't have AC. So I've been wanting to for the longest time. I want to get a shop by summer. It's just
Yeah,
getting to the point where I would love to get a shop with AC. So that would be my goal. Is if
awesome,
I can
man.
at some point later this year end up getting a shop. It's something I've wanted to do forever. I've always stayed fairly busy up until the last couple months.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I never really pulled the trigger just because you just never know. I'm hoping that this will get me over that hump here to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things we can do on our end to get things more consistent. Like every week, we'll send out a report just so we're able to touch base. You can always contact us. And I think just having that straight line of communication where we're able to make adjustments, like right before this call, we were making some changes to your campaign
Yeah.
just to make sure we're able to help you achieve those goals. But I wouldn't say that's a very North Star kind of goal. That's very achievable.
Right.
Yeah, especially if you're seeing this level of success the first week in February. I think
Yeah,
going
right.
into spring and summer, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I think people know taxes are coming.
Oh, yes, that's a very good
So
point.
I know we're right kind of at the brink now where people are starting to do that. So once that
Yeah,
starts hitting, then it will really come along.
100%. Okay, I do want to go back to those three jobs that you booked within the
Yep.
first 3 days. I have here that you closed a 1 year coding for 450, a 5 year for $900,
Yep.
and an 8 year with interior ceramic coating for $2,000
Yeah.
within the first 3 days. Can you tell me a little bit about what those conversations were like with the leads that booked? Was there any hesitation on their end or?
I mean, the first one was probably the easiest one I've ever done in my life.
Okay, so how did that look like? Did he
I,
text or did
well,
you text
no,
first? Did you
actually,
call?
well, she called. She's an older lady who had a husband who recently passed away. So she couldn't take care of the vehicle. So she had just gotten a new vehicle. So she was hoping to keep this for a long time or maybe the rest of her life. She didn't really know anything about the interior. So I offered her the exterior and then the interior. I said, well, if you're trying to keep this the best you can, I said, not only do I offer the exterior protection, I can also protect the interior and all the leather, the plastic vinyl, all that. Gave her that, and there was pretty much no hesitation on that point. Oh yeah, let's do it. She wanted the best of everything. So there was really no hesitation on that one. That one was pretty good. That was the first one that got me off right away, and that one was pretty awesome.
So was that the 8 year coding?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Wow.
I think that one I booked the first day, right away.
Wow, that's insane, man. An 8 year coding with interior ceramic for $2,000. Okay. And then
Yep.
what was the next one?
I think then the next one was the 1 year. I gave him all the options, and I actually been trying a little sales tactic. I don't know whether it works or not. I'm not the perfect salesman. I'm 100% need to work on that, but I had an opening. It was for yesterday. I just did this job yesterday, and I gave him all the options, and I actually said I had a cancellation on Monday that I'd like to fill. So I said, if you are willing to take that spot, put your rims and your windshield for free if you fill that spot. And he said, what if I wanted to do just the 1 year coating? Would you still do that? So yeah, would do that.
Awesome, man.
So that was how I got that one.
Yeah, no, that's a very good sales tactic where you're giving them a bonus that doesn't really cost you a whole lot, maybe an extra 20 minutes of work.
Yeah, that honestly probably takes me 15 to 20 minutes to do, and it probably only cost me maybe $5 or $10 in material.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
if
those are
that.
very good. You're giving them a bonus and then you're increasing the urgency on their end by saying, hey, I only have one spot available this day. If you go ahead and book it, I'll give you this bonus. Bam. Love it.
Yeah. And that was pretty much what I did. Then I booked a 5-year coating. That one was on a Dodge Charger. That one was pretty easy too. I gave them all the options. I used the same tactic on that one too. I told them that I had an opening that I wanted to fill, and I would give him the same free rims and glass if you fill this day. Well, he ended up he couldn't fill that day. So ended up just booking with me for like 2 weeks down the road.
Awesome.
He can only do weekends. So
no, those are very good. That right there is a good sales tactic, especially if it's already something you're going to do anyway. If it's a part of like your just entire coating package where you're including the windshield and the rims,
yeah,
break it off and say, hey man, if you're interested, you want to pull the trigger, I can throw in the rims and the windshield if you go ahead and
right.
book. But you're
Yeah, I
already
mean,
gonna do
honestly,
it. So
I usually break it off just so I can use it if I need to use it as a extra to get them to book. I usually offer rims for 150, and then I'll offer the glass for $100. And then if there is any hesitation, then I can just tell them that I will offer it to them for free.
yeah,
And
I love
it
it.
doesn't always work, but if they're seriously interested, most likely they're going to probably take the deal.
Yeah, 100%.
If
Yeah,
they don't take the deal, they probably weren't ready anyways.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Okay, yeah. No, that's amazing, man. Especially in the first 3 days. And that totals out to $3,350 in the first 3 days.
Yeah, that was in the first 3 days.
Again, February, historically the slowest period for, I would say, 90% of detailers across the US. But yeah, man, I'm very excited for what you have planned for the future. I think getting in a shop isn't unrealistic at all. I think going into spring and summer is going to be insane. Yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so.
All good,
Pretty
all
much
good. Okay,
covered
man.
everything, really.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and we're very happy to have you as a client.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Alrighty, thank you, man.
I appreciate it.